Between economics, violence and endless revivals of 80s kitsch, the world can be a pretty cruel place sometimes. When you're feeling down and defeated, you need a good laugh, and Netflix has a number of titles that can provide just that. Whether you crave feel-good forays, where everything works out in the end, or dark disasters where you've got to laugh at the absurdity of it all, read on to find a film on Netflix to lift your spirits. Credit job you attended. How do you make the public interested in a movie about the shadowy, mathy dealings behind the 2007 subprime mortgage collapse by filling it with hilarious performances from the likes of Christian Bale and Steve Carell? And in the ultimate example of a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, Margot Robbie jovially explains financial terms from a bubbly bathtub. Credit job you attended. It isn't easy for adults to make new friends, and it's even harder when kids get involved. Comedy film The Overnight takes this premise to the furthest extreme by uprooting Alex and Emily Adam Scott and Taylor Schilling and moving them and their new son RJ to Los Angeles, where they know nobody in life isn't going too well. And while they meet the very curt Jason Schwartzman and Charlotte Judith Godrich, the parents of young Wade, everything begins to go pear-shaped once they realize that Kurt and Charlotte's intentions are not appropriate for the playground. Credit The Orchard comedy horror needs to deliver laughs and screams in equal measure, and that's exactly what Housebound, directed by Gerard Johnstone, does. A court places Killy Bucknell Morgana Orelli under house arrest, where she must live with her overbearing mother, Miriam Rima Tiwiata, in the home where she grew up. Miriam seems to think the house is haunted, though, and she may be right. Still, dealing with ghosts might be easier for Killy than dealing with her family. Credit Slater Media in Moonrise Kingdom, the year is 1965, and for 12-year-old Sam Jarrett Gilman and Susie Cara Hayward, love is in the air. When the pair decides to run off into the wilderness, it throws the nearby New England town into a tizzy. Partially, their frenzy is because adults never understand what's important to kids, but mostly, it's because there's a huge storm brewing. Wes Anderson directed the film with his signature charm and offbeat humor. Credit Focus features there are two kinds of people: those who only travel with those they're sure won't drive them insane, and those who haven't seen the trip. This film, which stars Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon as Steve and Rob, characters loosely based on the actors themselves, is a masterclass in awkward comedy dressed in a tour of the English countryside. Also, make sure you've got snacks on hand, as the two dine at the finest establishments available. Credit IFC Films. Tucker Allen Tudyk and Dale Tyler Labin are just a couple of good old boys spending the weekend in a remote mountain cabin. What could go wrong? Plenty, when a group of boisterous teens stays nearby and thinks they're murderous mountain men, straight out of a horror film. Eli Craig's Tucker and Dale vs. Evil turns horror tropes upside down in a hilarious fashion, with a smart script and plenty of over-the-top gore. Credit Magnolia Pictures. Making westerns and making fun of them isn't an exclusively American pastime. The Good, the Bad, the Weird is a South Korean film from director Joo-Eun Kim, but the plot feels like Clint Eastwood by way of Edgar Wright. Do En-young Woo-sing is a bounty hunter, Chen Ji-byung Lee is a murderer, Taegu Song Kang-ho is a thief, and they all want a Qing Dynasty treasure hidden in Manchuria. Action and laughs abound as they compete for it. Credit CJ Entertainment.